Scarborough. I am the creative director of Creative Expressions, and I'm here just to tell you a little bit about what I do. I do have a Creative Expressions class. It is a 1-hour session that on the first Saturday of the month from 3 to 4. And that's where you come in. I offer several different media of art supplies for you to create whatever you feel like creating. And I'm here for instruction or guidance if you would like. I also have paint classes. I can do one-on-one. Just a chance to give an hour to yourself to sit back, relax, reflect on the day, on the week, just to calm your mind. I have had a wine and paint class where you bring in your own bottle of wine and must be 21 or over to do so. And I provide the paint canvases, the paint, and the brushes, and some basic designs. If you would like to choose one of those to follow, you're more than welcome to, or you can create your own design. My last class, we had 14 people in the class, which is our max. I have a minimum of 8 required for a private class, no more than 14, because of space. But we just sit back and drink a glass of wine, talk about painting techniques, and I guided several of the students through different avenues of how they could make this creation their own and to bring out their artistic side in them, or just to have fun. There was a lot of laughing and just communication and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I also do those in private parties as well, but those need to be booked 2 weeks in advance.
What about, some of the things you've seen Creative Expressions? Because, I'm sure our visitors knows that creativity actually helps a lot with mental health and it's actually coming out in studies. What have you seen happen with Creative Expressions?
Well, I myself have PTSD. And through Creative Expressions, I have learned to process my anxiety with that PTSD into more positive aspects, to turn that anxiety, the uncomfortableness, the jitters that you get from whatever may be going on, it helps you to refocus into a more calmer state of mind, to where you can process things a little bit more level-headedly and not have an adverse reaction to whatever may have been a trigger. So, and that's my personal benefits from Creative Expressions, and one of the main reasons why I started the courses is because, no, I am not a therapist and I do not claim to be, but I have noticed that with my classes there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of just talking about nothing, which actually is something, because it does help distract your mind from the mundane of every day, or whatever may be troubling you at that point. So.
And what are some of the expressions you have?
I have, of course, the paint canvases, and it fits several different sizes of those. But I also do sand art. I have candle making, and the candle making is just little sprinkles of wax that you mix together to create your own fragrance. Then I also do some woodwork. I've got some wood burning plaques that I've wood burned on images of several different designs. And the wood burning, you paint that and then we seal it off. I can also teach you how to do some knitting and crocheting, various different designs with that. First start off with a basic scarf, and if you choose to do other classes, then we can go on to like hats and stuff like that. But let's see, we also have pencil drawing. I have pastels and watercolors, and just some little knick-knack stuff that you can create craft-wise, like to make your own wreath. We do those. Holiday seasons are coming up, so who doesn't want a wreath?
And what about when you're not doing the creative expressions? You do also provide a different service here. Daycare.
Oh, yes, I have spent more than 5 years in the daycare profession. For the other classes that are offered within the Crystal Lotus shop, as long as it is pre-registered, I am available to watch up to 5 children between the ages of 2 and 8 for whatever class that may be going on that night, which would be, I would watch them in the shop, and we would have games and stuff for them to play with and do. And I am certified through the state as a daycare provider.
And they would just book that, like they can call the shop to arrange the daycare, because it's first come, first serve.
Yes, first come, first serve. You have to pre-register children with the shop. I also need to know any special needs. If there is a special needs child, then that child will take up 2 spots in availability for me to watch.
Right, but that's so that you can make sure to provide them their extra needs.
Yes.
And also have special things for them.
Exactly. We will also be doing several different activities. If your child has sensory issues, I need to know about that, because we might be playing with stuff with our hands, and I know some children do have sensory type issues. I do not need a complete health history on your child. I just need to know if there's any issues should arise, what steps I need to take to ensure your child's safety. As well as I am also CPR, first aid, and AED certified.
And the children are literally our conference room is one room. You do the daycare in the multifunction room, so they're right there.
Yes, they're just one doorway away. If you can stick your head in there and check on them at any given point in time, and it is very much encouraged.
Yeah, because it gives them a chance to have some social time. But the reason you ask for the specialty is so that you can provide. You don't want to do like shaving cream art if that's gonna not be good for the children.
Right.
Yeah, and that's also during your creative expressions time. Children can come to that too.
Yes, I do welcome children into my creative expressions because everybody needs to learn how to express themselves in one way, shape, or form.
And we were talking earlier today about some of the studies coming out that's showing that creativity and working with creativity actually opens innovation, especially for people that are feeling stuck in their job or hitting continual problems.
Yeah. From what I have read in those studies, especially like in the corporate world, whenever you're doing, you've got a project due at such and such time, if you hit a block wall on that project, you need to take a step back just for a moment to regroup. And sometimes doing stuff that some people would deem silly because it's playing with crayons or whatever the case may be, markers, crayons, pencils, just coloring a picture. Some people would seem that to be silly, but it's not really, because in doing that you are releasing the bricks in that wall that you hit. And it is slowly starting to break down so that you're more able to focus on the task at hand at your job.
And it also helps with team building. That's why we've designed some of the creative expression private classes for team builds.
Yes. We need to, it helps with communication as far as not only within yourself but also with other people, because you can actually learn to visualize a little bit better and see outside the box per se. And in doing that, you're expanding, and we all need to expand our minds and learn different aspects of how to reach different levels. From the CEO down to the janitor, we all need it. Thank you, and have a good day.